Right, welcome back to the channel, guys. For anyone who's new around here, the channel's called Saunders Stock. My name's Ash. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. Been full-time for a year, been reselling for about 6 to 7 years. I get asked a lot, what do I sell? What sort of things do I sell as a reseller? And I always say I don't know, because I buy and sell anything and everything. Anything that's worth a pound note, I'll buy it. Basically, buy things cheap and sell it for more money. That's all I do. So, without any further waffling, I'm going to show you what we've sold over the weekend. And it's been an alright weekend. Made some good money this weekend, so let's show you. The first thing is the Key to the Kingdom. It is a vintage board game from 1990. Now, I bought this off of the house clearance boys that I know. I think paid £1.50, £2 for it. I bought about 6, so this is one of them. This is sold for £30 plus post. So a nice good sale to start off the video. Second sale is, if I don't drop it, a Sony video cassette recorder. Comes with a remote, all the wires. Some of these can be worth good money, you just got to look out for the right ones. Always do your research. Always on the back of every single piece of electricals that you buy, it will have a model number. Type that model number into eBay, find out what it's worth. I paid a £5 for this in a charity shop. This is sold for 40 quid. So another good sale. That's what we like. Keep them numbers high. Keep the profit margins up. This one I've already started to wrap, or I have already wrapped. I bought this from the same charity shop. Ooh, a bit heavy. It is a Fellows paper shredder. Who doesn't need a shredder, eh? Paid a £5 for this and I sold it for 20 quid. Nothing much more to say than that. It shreds paper. It does what it says on the tin. Nice and easy, already come in the box. Easy to wrap, easy to send. Job done. This one will probably be a little bit harder to send, so I'll have to get my wrapping skills out. Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. The guitar's in good condition, it just doesn't have the dongle with it. Little tip for you, if you don't already know. In Guitar Hero, not all Guitar Heroes, but some, they have a little wired dongle. It's only about this big. As the one for the guitar, the drum kit, and the dongle alone can be worth 20 to 30 quid, depending on if you get the right dongles. So unfortunately, this doesn't have it, but this sold for 15 quid plus post. So I think I paid £2 for that at a car boot sale. So it's still good money for me. Just wrapping it. I hate objects like this, you know, like the long and skinny ones. Yeah. Anyway, on to the next sale. Right, I bought this in a charity shop and it come with the actual racket. So rather than selling them together, I just sold them separately. Paid £2.50 for both. This is sold for £8. It is a head pro bag, as you can see there. A lot of head stuff, especially the vintage holdalls, the leather ones, are worth good money, especially if they're like eccentric colours, like you get a lot of purples, greens, the blues, anything sort of from the 90s, worth good money. The holdalls are worth looking out for. I mean, I had a miniature holdall which was like this big, tiny holdall, that sold for like 25 quid, so definitely worth looking out for. These are a nice sale. I was saying earlier, it's weird, isn't it? Like, you can buy things from a certain place. Like, I bought these from a car boot sale in Essex, and they're going all the way to Australia. Strange when you think of it. But these are vintage St Michael Harvest saucepans. I've got 4 of them. I won't show you all 4. They're all in great nick. I paid, what did he want? They were 3 quid each. I bought 4 for a tenner. These have sold for £55. I've done them a little deal. I had them up for, in total, so I sold them all as separate, so all 4 of them separately. Someone messaged me saying, hi, I'd like to buy all of them. Can you combine the shipping? I was like, yeah, no worries. I put up a listing with all 4, and I just knocked it down a little bit, took a few quid off for them, done 55. So they're happy, I'm happy, everyone's a winner. That's what we want to hear. Now, if you've been watching along for a while, you'll know that I sell these all the time. TPLink, they're like wireless router extenders. They just help boost your Wi-Fi basically. Now I paid 50p for each of these. I bought about 25 of them and I've got 1 more left. So I've sold these 3. I've been knocking them out for £5 a go and they've been selling like hotcakes. Be sad when they're gone because they are a good seller. I know it's only 50p into a fiver, but it's profit, baby. Next up, ink. Ink is always worth picking up. Now this is out of date. This went out of date in 2012, but they are always worth picking up. Even out of date ink is good money. These in date go for about 20 quid. This is sold for 10 quid. £10. I paid 50p for that at a car boot sale. Right, next up. So I was at a car boot sale and I picked this up. I was on my way leaving the car boot sale, but you have to drive sort of past the end row to get out at Dunton in Essex. And as I pulled up, someone was selling a PS4 with 2 controllers and an Xbox 360, an Xbox One controller, and she wanted 20 quid for all of it. So I sold the PS4 with the 1 controller for 80 quid, sold the Xbox controller for £23, and this was a limited edition one, which was a Last of Us Part 2, but it hasn't got the barcode on the back, so you can't trade it into CEX. But I'm sure this trades into CEX for about 47 quid. And I just took an offer of 40 quid for it. So nice sale again. So some really good profit made out of that stop. Luckily we stopped right at the end. Sticking with a gaming theme, I've got a Super Nintendo Entertainment System, a SNES as it's called now. It's in this little box, sort of preemptively wrapped it. I paid £2 for this at the car boot sale. Sold for £55. Nice big sale. Comes with 2 controllers, got all the cables and the actual unit, obviously. So a nice big sale there. Nice big profit. Hopefully all of that isn't going to fall off because I've balanced it. Another thing I always buy, TPLink. TPLink, look out for it all the time. It's always worth buying. They do anything sort of router based. So they do actual routers, they do mesh routers, they do 4G routers. They do router extenders, Wi-Fi extenders, everything sort of in the house basically. And I paid a whopping £2 for this off of the house clearance guy, and it has sold for £14. It should be 2 of them, but there's only 1 of them in there, so £14. But usually you'll get about 30 quid for a pack of 2. Alright, so from gaming to a book on Honda CB500 twins motorbikes. So this is a Haynes book. Some of the Haynes books are really worth looking out for. So Haynes are like manuals for different types of vehicles. So they do all sorts of vehicles, honestly, from Golfs to Ford Escorts to motorbikes to all sorts of different stuff. Now, I was leaving a car boot sale again. I was on my way back to the car, sort of spent near enough all my money, and I see this on the floor and it was a quid, £1. And I just thought I'd pick that up because I didn't know what it was worth, but it's a Haynes book. It's always safe for £1, even if you get 3 or 4 quid back for it, do you know what I mean? And this one sold for 12 quid. So this was a nicer one to look out for. Never picked it up before, but you know, we're always learning. Always learning on this channel. Next up, Tel actually found this. We was buying trainers, I think, and he went, oh, what's that? And I said, oh, that's nice. This is Thierry Mugler, I think is how you pronounce it. Now, Thierry Mugler make like a designer brand, but they do a lot of fragrances. And this is one of the bags that, you know, when you buy a fragrance like a gift set, this is one of them that come with it. It's just a little, like, I think it's called a tote bag. I'm not 100% sure. I don't use a handbag ever, obviously. Each their own. But yeah, I don't use bags. Now, this comes with a fragrance. Sold it for a tenner. I think I paid £1 for it. So still nice profit made there. It's one of them things where I find when you're at a car boot sale, you just pick loads of things up, and then you end up just getting like a deal for it. They want like £1 for this, £2 for this, £3 for this. So you go, oh, you just take 4 quid for the lot or whatever. Don't ask, you don't get. And then I'm always picking up, all the time, I always pick up Costa Coffee, Starbucks, anything like that, always. This is if I can get it off, this is like a thermal flask mug thing, like a travel flask, is that what they're called? It's only a small one, 330ml, but this I paid £1 for at a car boot sale. It sold for $13.99. Costa stuff, Starbucks stuff, even some of the Cafe Nero bits you get knocking about, especially if they're like collaboration brands or if they're wild and out there. Always worth picking up, because the thing is, they're always cheap. You're never going to pay like crazy money for a cup, are you? People are happy to just get rid of them So that's when you swoop in there and go, oh, I'll have that. Right, we're coming towards the end of the sows. A few to go through though still. First up is a Le Creuset saucepan. It's not in the best nick in the world. I bought 3 of these for a tenner. It's got a burnt handle, as you can see. So the thing is with these is that you can replace them. I'm not going to take it off. You can spin these off and you can actually replace the handles. The inside isn't too bad, to be fair. There's a lot of cooking still to be done on that. So obviously maybe someone's buying it to replace the handle, or maybe they've got the same one, the pot's had it, but the handle's all right. So there's always a market. Yeah, I paid £10 for 3 of them. This is sold for £13.99. Just think I may have overshot the shipping on that. Anyway, jumping into some trainers. Now, these two have actually gone to the same buyer. I've got a pair of Crocs. So the Crocs come from the rag bags. I bought some rag from a charity shop, £3 a bag of footwear. Now, these are one of the pairs. They're probably rag because they're a little worn on the bottom, but they're in great nick. These sold for £9.99. And then a pair of Adidas SNES. Now, the Adidas SNES I always find are pretty good sellers, especially if you get the platform ones, which I do have a pair. I do have a pair somewhere. I'm not going to fish them out, but they come in like a platform, so they're a bit bigger along here. These sold for £15, and these actually came in the same bag as rag. So £1.50 a pair, gone for 25 for the pair. Good little bit of profit there. And then another pair of shoes or footwear, Jones the bootmaker. These are in like excellent condition. They've hardly been worn. A little bit of wear to the bottom, but nice big size 11s. Us big fellas have big feet, so they're always worth picking up in bigger sizes. Practically brand new, and these have actually sold on VINTED. I have been trying to upload on VINTED a little bit more. I struggle with VINTED, but they have sold for £27. I listed them for 30. Someone made me an offer on VINTED. I thought, oh, they'll never pay. No one ever pays on VINTED. Pay straight away. Shout out you. Next up, 2 PlayStation 1 games, both in bad condition, scratched, going for parts. Basically, I just said they need resurfacing / cleaning. Sheep and Shrek gone for £6 or plus post. And then I'm sure, oh no, I do have one more sale. Last sale, I knew there was one more. Last sale from the weekend is called The Ordinary. It's like a face mask. I don't know where I got this from. I haven't got a clue. Brand new, never been used. Maybe something to look out for in the future. I've never bought anything like makeup or anything before. Furthest I go towards like this sort of stuff is perfume or aftershave. But this is sold for, I believe, £13.99. I'm pretty sure. So nice purchase there. It was on my last sale. Telling a lie. This is the last sale. It's just a Tesco's Huddle tablet. I sold it for spares and repairs. I don't know if it works. To be honest with you, I didn't know it was a Tesco Huddle. It just come in a get your words out, Ash. It come in a bundle. A bundle is the word I'm looking for. Come in a bundle of other stuff. Probably owes me about £1. I think it sold for £4 plus post, so nothing to write home about. But that is all the sales I've had since Saturday morning, so Saturday and Sunday. So it's been good. It's been a very good weekend of sales. Been cracking on. I've actually sold just a couple more items, but I won't get them out now. They'll be on the next video. But I'm going to get all this wrapped, get it all shipped, and I will see you all in the next video. If you're new around here, thank you very much for watching. For all the people that have been around, shout out to you. Thanks for watching, commenting, filling the place with love. I appreciate everyone who comes and watches. If you are new, consider subscribing. It's free. Just shows me that you like the content. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, guys.